Hi, welcome to the live stream this morning. So my name's Jabeen, and I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will be channeling messages about the week ahead, energies at the moment. He'll be attuning to everyone listening and everyone who will listen afterwards. So he'll be including any personal messages in the live stream for people within the group messages. So, yeah, I'm just going to let him come in and speak through me. I would like you to know that there are many messages I have, and what I would like to share with you is that it is very important at the moment to keep moving forwards with your lives in earthly ways as well as in spiritual ways. And what I mean by this is that it is good to give some attention to the goals you would like to achieve, such as moving home or perhaps a career change or whatever it is you would like. I am not saying to put all your energy into this, but to invest some energy into earthly practical goals. Some of you here are very focused on this, but others find it hard to focus on the earth for long periods. And I would like to give this message to you in particular. I would like you to know that it is important to keep your focus on the earth as well as on clearing energy and spiritual work, to do both at the moment. What I would like you to know is that no one at the moment is fully in the light. Everybody is still processing some degree of pain and trauma, but that does not mean that you have not got enough light to take you forwards, because all of you have already found a lot of light within. What I would like to help you with in this live stream is finding light in the places where you are struggling. And what I will say is the places you struggle are often the places where you have had many lifetimes of trauma in the same direction. What I would like to do is first give you a clearing in the area you are struggling with the most. There is no need for you to identify it. We will find it and work on it just for a few moments, and then I will give you more messages. So, doing this first of all. I would like you to know that all of you here are going to find that many things change this year, but it will be a slow start. And what I see is that it is good to really give yourself the time in order to be focused on your inner journey, to move forwards in ways that feel good on the inside. Don't force anything to happen, because when you force things to happen, it takes energy from other directions of your life. And so there is a deficit afterwards. When there is a deficit in a certain area of your life, it means that that part will then have to come up for healing later on and then delay you on your journey. So, whatever you feel you may have achieved by letting go of something else, you will then have to come back to that part later on. What I would like to do also in this live stream is help you to make up for any deficit in your life because you have pulled energy from one direction in order to make another work. What I will say about energy deficit is that it is not something permanent, but it is something that takes a while to address. It is a bit like when people have their work life balance off, for example, where they put all their energy into their work in life and not enough energy into their personal life and hobbies and things that make them happy on other levels. And then at a certain point, they have a nervous breakdown and they have to really give a lot of attention to other areas of their life in order to recover. What I will say is that is the earthly process, but it is possible to bypass that by going inwards. So when something has been off balance for a while, what you can do is go inwards and energetically be in one way or another, filling that part up with light so that it automatically then happens that that part of your life returns and has energy in it. What I will say about deficit is that it is a process of first recognizing what is out of balance and then going inwards, attuning to that part of your being and life, recognizing what is out of balance and putting energy into it by going inwards. And once it is re energized again, it will spontaneously take off without you needing to have a breakdown or some major happening in your life. What I am really doing is helping you to go forwards more easily without having the need to have major breakdowns, traumatic things happen. Another thing I would like to talk about in this live stream is something you may be familiar with, and that is hidden energies that affect your lives. For some of you here, you have had energies that have been lurking in the background, making your life go off balance. For some of you, these energies have been rather dark, even rather satanic, negative forces that have come in, perhaps many lifetimes ago, through ceremonies, rituals, or something else, something that has happened to you where perhaps you have had problems with people who are in these kind of energies and they have then targeted you. What I want you to know is the reason I want to talk about this is because it does make your life hell, so to speak, when you have these kind of energies around. I believe every person on earth has had some experience with this, having something very negative in their lives following them around. It can even manifest as having someone stalking you, someone who is obsessed with you in a way where they actually want to harm you. What I will say about these energies is that they can manifest in many ways in life. For some of you, it may simply be that you are constantly dealing with people who are not in the light, the who have the energies within them that are dark, that make your life very difficult. I want you to know that these energies can be dealt with by going within, that it doesn't need to be an outer battle and process, that you can remove all kinds of things that are attached onto your energy field. They are called energy tags, devices, all kinds of implants. Perhaps it can be some kind of magic put upon you. But what I want all of you to do is to tune to this and see if you feel there is anything like this around you, on you, coming through from other lives. The reason I'm talking about this subject is because right now the earth plane is being purified of all these energies, all the dark magic, sorcery, energies that have kept people in certain realities. For some of you, it has been a very real experience of being stuck in certain loops. I want all of you to pay some attention to this. For some of you, it is a bigger subject than for others, but give it some attention and make sure that you are free of all these energies. My second message about this same subject is to remember that when you are on the earth plane, you are living a life that is a balance between the light and the shadow. It will always be a balance. There is no such thing as fully only having light around you, because when you are on earth, there is always shadow to deal with. And shadow is not necessarily something that needs to be battled against. It is more like it needs to be acknowledged and then dealt with in the right way. So sometimes it is simply about noticing it is there and then choosing to be somewhere else. And what I mean by this is that noticing that perhaps someone you are dealing with has got a lot of shadow energy that they are projecting onto you. Noticing this and then choosing to walk away. Perhaps noticing that it is not what you are all about. Acknowledging who you are on a deeper level and walking away. Or sometimes it is about simply acknowledging it and not paying attention. And occasionally it is about actually dealing with it and facing it and transmuting it with the light. But what I will say is that there will always be shadow to deal with. And for some people, this is a very difficult concept to be able to fully acknowledge and digest into their being that this is the case. And what I will say about this is that those of you who are comfortable with shadow energies are the ones who can prosper the most on the earth plane in terms of having a greater impact on life. People who find it hard to deal with shadow or acknowledge it are the ones who struggle with it the most, both inwardly and outwardly. What I would like all of you to do is become more comfortable with shadow energies, to acknowledge that it will always be there. Perhaps do a meditation around this subject and ask for anything in you that is resistant or cannot deal with shadow to be cleared, healed, restored. What I will say is that this will give you greater resilience, the ability to move forwards more easily in life. I would like to share some more messages. I want all of you to know that no one is really going to be left out anymore of life. No one will be. But there are some people who will choose to leave themselves out, and that is their choice. But everybody will be included from now onwards. And because of this, life will prosper in new ways. For those of you who have been left out for a long time, remember to include yourselves. Do not go into old patterns where you have the habit of leaving yourselves out because you believe no one wants you. Focus on going inwards, clearing false beliefs around this subject, and allow yourselves to be included. You don't have to do anything for this to happen. It will be automatic. I also would like you to know that inclusion is not about trying to make yourself center of attention. It is simply something that happens. It is automatic. Life is inclusive by nature. But over time, what has happened is that it has been manipulated by darker forces to leave certain people out, and this has been deliberately engineered in order to make some people have more and others less. But this is now being addressed to a greater extent than it ever has been in the history of humanity. So it is a good time for those of you who have felt excluded for many lifetimes. You will be fully included, but much more than that, you will actually be given a platform in the world so that you can share your experiences of life with others. Finally, I also want you to know that nobody is asking you to be perfect at what you do. But what you are being told is give yourself time to go deeper into what you are really good at and come from a deeper place, because this is what is needed at the moment in the world. I would like you to know that the week ahead is going to be crystal clear on one level in terms of assisting you to move forwards. But what will not be there is the energy to make progress on the earth plane fast. So you will move forwards. The energies will favour this. You will move forwards inwardly and outwardly, but it will not be fast. It will be a time where progress will be made in the right directions, and it will be at the timing that is right for you. Don't be in a hurry to move forwards. Life will move forwards fast for you when you are ready and the time is right. But be with yourselves and do the right things at the right time. That is all that is needed, nothing else. Go inwards and you will know when the right time is to do something. But don't force things to happen. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that everybody who is listening to this is included in the messages. Nobody is left out. I am making sure that all your concerns are addressed, and I am working on you at the same time as you listen to this. I would like you to know that because of this, every time you are part of this, you are transforming on a deeper level. You are going deeper and you are healing as well. That is all. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, and I just wanted to let you know about something. So as some of you, or many of you may know, I was offering 2022 messages in January, and 5-minute ones for £10. And they were very popular actually. So what I've decided to do this year is offer 5-minute messages for £10 on in different ways. So one will be a monthly message. So that will be at the beginning of the month, a personal message if if you wanted one, and it'll talk about that month and what to focus on. Another thing I'm offering is, when people are struggling, um, I can channel a 5-minute message, from Raphael about that. And then another thing is also, if you have a question, you can email that and I can record a 5-minute message on that. Also, I'm offering birthday messages for you or loved ones, that you can gift to loved ones. Um, and um, And yeah, so just wanted to let you know, and including like if you're just struggling, um, you can message me, and I can record a message. That can include clearings as well. So sometimes people struggle because they've got negative spirits around them, or some external energy or something else going on in them. Um, Something activated from past lives. So, the message, can include clearings as well, within them. And yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that. And to access that, just go to the website. Anyway, and wishing you all a lovely week ahead, and lots of love to all of you.